It's Simon from Sonic Shocks with Fox from Grand Magus.
Hello, folks.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine actually. Yeah. We haven't been out on the road for so long, so we're still fresh.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in the UK for a little while. It's been a little while since you guys were here.
Yeah, we actually, I don't think we did much touring at all with the last album, Iron Will. So and that was too bad. So yeah, that's we did. I think we did a small tour with a Belgian band called Serpent Cult, but I think it was just like two dates in England. So it's good to be back.
How's the tour been so far? It's been 3 dates so far of Arch Enemy. How's it been going?
I think it's been really good actually. Of course, we got some fans that think it's too bad that we played just for 30 minutes and stuff, but that's the way it is as a support band. But I think the audience of Arch Enemy likes our music as well, so that's good. Of course, our styles is a bit different, yeah, I think it's been really good. They really gets people to the venues, so that's the important stuff.
And it's quite a diverse lineup as well. I mean, how do you guys feel like you've been fitting on the
Taiwanese black metal, and it's a big difference between the bands. I think we are the only band with a clean voice singer, you know, with metal, been singing that kind of stuff, classic heavy metal. But I think it's good. It's better to have 4 different bands on a bill than 4 bands that plays exactly the same kind of music. So yeah, it's more exciting, I think.
Gives you a bit more value for your money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And obviously, Grand Magus are from Sweden, and that's where Arch Enemy are based. Is there a sort of a friendship between the 2 bands?
Yeah, there's one really strong connection between Mike, the guitar player in Arch Enemy, and JB, our singer. They used to play in Spiritual Beggars together, so that's a connection. So we met the guys before, but we don't live in the same city, so it's not on daily basis, but every now and then.
And you guys have got a new album out, Hammer of the North, which is out on Roadrunner Records. For anyone that's unfamiliar with Grand Magus, is this a good album for them to start with? Would it be a good starting point?
Yeah, I think so. But I think all our albums is kind of, it's not hard to get music. I think it's kind of melodic and classic heavy metal. But I think it's good start. If you want more doomy stuff or more like the things we did earlier, you should buy another album or so. But I think now it's a good start.
And it's your 5th album, but it's the first one that you guys have released on Roadrunner Records.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to sort of transition from Rise Above Records, where you released all your 4 previous albums, to Roadrunner?
It was hard for us to leave Rise Above, because we really loved those guys working there. But we wanted to change to get a chance to reach a broader audience and stuff. But the thing is, we recorded the album with the producer we wanted to use. We used the artwork we wanted to use. We recorded the songs we wanted to record. So they have really given us what you say. They trust us at Roadrunner. So it hasn't been that big difference in that case. But of course they have a much more promotion and that kind of thing.
And how was it writing the album this time around? Was it an easier album for you to write other than the previous 4, or was it?
It's always hard, and usually we get really good reviews. So, and for the one before Iron Will, we had great reviews. So it's always hard to try to always make a better album than the one before. It's always a hard work, and we have our own pressure on as well. So I can't tell if it was harder than before. It's always hard, I think. So.
Are you one of those bands that when you sit down to write a new album, you kind of go back and listen to the albums that have been previous for it to see how you can change things and make it better? Or?
No, not really. We're making the music in the rehearsal studio together. No, we don't even know. Usually we don't talk about how it's going to sound in the end. We'll see what happens when we're writing the music. So it's kind of exciting for us as well, because we don't really know where it's going to end. So, but we usually prepare a lot before we go into the recording studio and stuff. We don't just make the songs in the last second.
And as a band, that, as we've just stated, obviously you're from Sweden, you're in Stockholm. There's a lot of metal bands and rock bands that come from Sweden.
Yeah.
What is it about Sweden, do you think, that kind of generates the big musical scene that it has and inspires you guys?
Yeah, I'm not sure about it, but when we're in school, we learn music, or we have music class or something like that. And a lot of people sings in choirs, and I think we just like music. So in a way, so I don't know, and I don't know how it is in school today. Maybe it's not as much music as it used to be. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually not sure if it's the climate or the water or anything. I just know about for myself that we are more creative during winter time than in summertime, because in summertime you more want to relax and go for a swim than making music. So maybe it's the different, winter summer thing.
And how does it feel for you as a band and as a musician to be kind of associated with that rich musical history and the rich musical legacy alongside bands like Arch Enemy, Opeth, Dark Tranquillity, things like that?
Yeah, I think it's great to start to try to continue the flow of Swedish music. But for me, the music I've listened to most is the Swedish death metal scene that was very strong in the early 90s with Entombed and Dismember and Unleashed, and those bands are still around. So I think that's a proof that it's good music.
It's nice to know Sweden will always, be known for better music than just ABBA, which is always a nice thing to.
Yeah, well, they have great melodies as well. So
we brought you ABBA, but we also brought you a lot of kick-ass metal bands.
It's a big variety.
And what are your plans for after this tour wraps up? Where are you guys going from here?
Yeah, we're going to Germany straight away. Tomorrow we're leaving from Heathrow, so and we're going to do 8 shows with Motorhead and Doro. So we're going to be away from home for 2 more weeks, and then we get home. I think we're going to start to write new material around when we get home, before Christmas, and then the management are working on a tour plan for the spring. But I don't know the exact dates or bands we're going to play with. It's not. Sorry for my English. It's not what you say. It's not written in stone or anything. We don't know.
It's kind of the ideas there, but you don't really know.
Yeah,
how far
I think we're going to go in March for 4 weeks, but I don't know exactly which countries and stuff. And then. Hopefully we're going to do a lot of festivals this summer, so if the tour is not passing England during the spring, we hopefully do a lot of festivals this summer here, because that's a really good opportunity to play in front of a lot of people.
And with Hammer of the North, obviously it's opened you up to a wider audience because, like you say, with the distribution by Roadrunner, for a lot of people, they didn't even hear the band's name before the album came out.
Exactly.
So how has it felt for you to kind of go from sort of minimal touring and not a lot of people knowing to playing a lot of bigger shows with the bigger acts?
Yeah, of course, it's great. It's fantastic for us. Great opportunity. But we did touring earlier with bands like Cathedral and Electric Wizard and Orange Goblin, English bands. So we do have done touring before. But it's maybe it's a bit more organized and stuff now. So yeah.
There's a bit more of a schedule.
The temperature in the backstage area is a bit higher than earlier.
Has it been sort of a nice thing for you though to kind of know that you can go out with bands like Arch Enemy and Motorhead and make your own fans at the same time? Is that a nice feeling?
Yeah, of course. Because we do what we want. So we just hope for that the audience would like it. So it has worked so far. So I think. The Motorhead audience would like us as well, so yeah, we'll see. We have no rotten tomatoes or eggs on us yet.
I think the Motorhead tour will kind of be a bit of a test for you guys because they've got a really hardcore sort of audience.
Yeah, and we heard a lot of stories about the band as well, and especially the crew, how they treat support bands and stuff. So it's going to be kind of exciting.
Just duck.
Yeah, we'll keep the eyes in the neck and
keep your eyes in the back of your head. And one last thing before we leave you, is there a message that you'd like to send out to your fans out there?
Yeah, it would be great to come back and play for maybe an hour or so. So we can use more songs, but we really appreciate those guys that come out and see us. So thank you. Skål!
Thank you very much.